Paimon tries to make a wish. Her wish ring emits a rancid smoke. She throws it to the ground. She's like, gosh darn it. I'm supposed to be in a game where everyone's wishing for all these fantastic pulls. Well, let me tell you, my wish luck hasn't been great, Paimon. So you know what? That feels good to me. That feels good to me, Paimon. People, it's another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toon Link. Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalicars. Few know me as the man who's ready for potentially the most chaotic game we've had in the simulator in ages. But to all of you, I'm the United States Aviator. We got a big ol' intro to get through because it is time again for the Dawn Gone Rampa Hunger Games. And you all voted. And last time, in Season 7, I already told you what this was for the Hunger Games. You guys voted as the arena's most dangerous items. We've had a lot of additions to the arena. Most of them, however, are not settable items. They are items that you find. Those items have been increased tremendously as we take the tag teams who are the most dangerous. That is what we're doing. And it's a lot of tag teams. And I'm okay with this, with having this many teams in one episode when it's not the one last chance episode. Solely because every item's in play. And I've re-simulated this a couple of times, and it does not go for long. That's all, it just does not go for long. We're gonna introduce everyone who's here. We're gonna do it quickly because there's a lot of teams here. We have Where's My Glove? Headphone vibing because Neko, he's so dangerous if he puts his mind to it. The Horn Bears, one of the most dangerous team combinations in the history of these games. They know tag team action. They're about to run a clinic today. Hashtag spoiled sees Togami and Natsumi. The Wolfpack sees Gonta and Razor, honestly pretty dangerous together. Brute Force sees Tinko and Mana Corrupted Code. I don't even need to look. Dangerous to a T. Dual managers, Kanon and Boss. The Robotics Club, the most dangerous combination of those three, Monica and Kibo. Cutting words, we see Toko and we see Peko. To be me, we see Chihiro, and we see Naoto because, well, I mean, Naoto has a gun. A fairy's guide to everything magical. We see Usami and we see Paimon. The KPA is here. When Kirigiri is in place, they become a dangerous entity together. Do you remember? Ryoko. If Fred helps Ryoko remember who she actually is, oh, she's a danger. Bob Squad, Chie, Mahiru, watching the world burn. We see Monokuma in the end. Sinister Side, Chisa, Sarah, Parsnip, Jack, Turnip Boy, Heart, Healthy Diet, Fat Togami, Teru. I'll be frank. Fat Togami? The Ultimate Imposter? The Ultimate Imposter, honestly, probably, secretly, low-key the most dangerous talent that there's ever been. Real low-key, but he can do his stuff. He can really do his stuff. Mama and Daddy. Mainly for Daddy. But well-fed athletes, Hina and Akane, you don't want to get Akane riled up. The Apothecary has Seiko and Sucrose. Sucrose is a tank, and Seiko, if she gets the right medicine, oh boy, you're in trouble. Identity Crisis, Hajime and Kei. Carry On, Shuichi and Kazuha. Dangerous. That man's dangerous. You get that man, you pull that man's, you build his, he's a nuke too. Friendly Fisticuffs, the Grey Gozu and Kuramata. Kiss from a Rose, Noelle is here because she is the most dangerous character in the whole game. And don't even add me, it's Claymore season, baby. Shatter Machine. Former tag team champions, Jotaro, Ningguang, God Mode. Don't even need to say it. Strong and Soft, Nekamaru, Daisaku. United We Fall. Dangerous in the sense that they're becoming desperate for that win. Will it happen? We can only hope. Unhealthy Obsessions, Kori and Tharja. Manga Mayhem. Perhaps the most dangerous team this season, Komaru, Samugi. Grand Scheme, Kokichi and Claude. If they're scheming, oh, they are a danger. Offspring of Chaos, Owain and Gundam. Beauty Sleep are champions, Ganyu and Chiaki Sugar Daddies. Izuyoi, and Karya. Hired Hand sees Fuyiko, and Mahi the Concealed Blade sees Sayaka and Edelgard. Royal Shepherds Sonya and Crom. The Unhinged Commanders Munakata, Dimitri. Eternally Internal Kyoko and the Raiden Shogun. Sour Patch Kids Mukuro. And Crazy Yoko Extra Large Accessorize Mew. And Ranger the Himbros Hero. Not so dangerous, but he's a danger to everybody, especially if his head is right. I tell you, if he's got a good idea, and he's like literally actually thinking, he's a danger. The Mets. The Mets are the most dangerous team in baseball, and don't you ever forget it. Nani Chiaki and Kyutaro, pretty dangerous themselves. Mathletes, not so much for Yasuke, even though he can be pretty dangerous. Minimoto. I don't even need to say it, that man's a nut. Apothecary, Aiko, Shoka, and... does that say set of pipes? Takamichi and Tiki, and real quick, let me fix Tiki. Because she does not have all the items. That always happens for the very last person. And it's a shame, it really is. It is truly and sincerely a shame, but all I gotta do right now is go through here, do a quick copy, and then do a quick paste here. And that'll delete that, and then come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control C. Head on all the way back up. Just home me. Yeah, there we go. Home me. Import again, go through there, and she should be good. And let me tell you, there she is. Excellent. This, I'm gonna say it again. This is going to be wild and crazy, but we do have to get this started. So I have to ask you first, second, and third, who do you got? Which 3 teams are you rooting for? Pick your top 3 teams because your comments are important, like this one, like that one, and like that one. And I'm gonna make my picks without any dillying or dallying. I got Corrupted Code for first. Why? I don't know. It feels right. I think Corrupted Code, they're trying to get that Horn Bearer energy. I don't know if they can do it. I don't know if they'll achieve it, but I think they're trying to do it. Give me a Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical. I think they've yet to have their moment, and Usami is a true tag team veteran. She's a former tag team champion. She's gonna try and lead Paimon to glory today. And last but not least, I know who I'm picking this last time, and it's all the way up here, just past them. Sinister Side, Chisa, and Sarah. And I got Sarah coming out on top of this one. She's gonna come through, she's gonna pull through, she's gonna prove to everyone that she is the most dangerous person in this arena, because this is not just the most dangerous items in the arena. It's to prove who is the most dangerous team in the arena. And who will that team be? I don't know, but they'll earn themselves a spot on the tag team bracket. Let's find out who it's gonna be. We got 96 competitors. We're probably going to lose half of them in the first day. I've resimulated this about 5 times. There has been a single time where we didn't lose more than half of the people in a single day. That is the kind of chaos that we're rolling with today. That's the kind of danger we're rolling with today. Let's see what unfolds this time as we start round 1. And it looks kind of tame for right now, but that might just be an illusion. You saw all the items that were there. You know what's going on, and you know what we should be hearing right now. It should be the horns. Why are they not horns? Can you please? Oh, you're waiting for me to say. They're so fantastic. Horn bearers, sound the horns. They're so good. They're so good. And will they have a moment today? I don't know. I'm not certain. You know, there's that horn bearer perk. I think we've seen a couple events happen for the horn bearer perk. There are more. There are some that are really interesting, and I hope that they proc eventually. But for right now, let's get through round 1. Samugi gathers ammo for her slingshot. Claude tosses out a Pokeball, and out comes Roserade, uses Petal Dance, tearing Kazuha to shreds. Izzy polishes the ancient scepter, making the magic orb shine. Mukuro smiles warmly under the Christmas breeze. Everyone has mistletoe. I have regrets. I have regrets. I have many regrets. So many regrets. Usami takes selfies upon her rad tank, and that's the other dangerous thing. Everyone has a tank. Pekko fires her gun at the Raiden Shogun but misses. Monika and Nekomaru have a merciless magic duel with their ancient scepter. Sparks and bolts fly every which way until both opponents bulge out and explode in a puff of acrid smoke. Crazy Yoko Extra Large waves her big stick around menacingly. Shoka has a horrible feeling in her chest. Kori cuts off Takamichi's arm, but Takamichi does his other one. Takamichi slices through Kori in the house. Turner Boy shoots several white-hot holes into Sato's body using his laser gun. Ranger tries to kill Usami, but Usami's like, it's my time, I will have my moment today. Just don't look too far down, because then you might realize that she won't. Usami retaliates and kills him instead. So, lobs his pitchfork at Shuichi, killing him instantly. Boss manages to pull her bowstring back. Natsumi uses a slingshot to pelt Noelle with rock, which is really more annoying than everything. Why would you do that? It was just her birthday this week. Granted, her birthday brings in the start of my least favorite season. You know what I'm talking about, allergy season. She's still a gift. A gift from the Archons. A well-placed shot by Ningguang hits Dimitri right in the forehead. He becomes dazed. Fret juggles with a grenade, kinda wanted to use it. The great Gozu loves the way that rocket launcher feels on his shoulder. With a flick of her ancient scepter, Edelgard turns Tharja into a sheep. Monokuma tosses a Pokeball at it, and out comes Halucha. Uses Flying Press to take out Usami. Monokuma was like, not today you don't. Kyoko gets ready to toss a Pokeball at Kizakura and Kibo, but they reveal themselves to be members of Team Rocket. First of all, Kizakura part of the KPA, he's like, hold on, give us those Pokemon, give us those Pokemon, Kyoko. Gonta sneaks up behind K, turns him around, hits him with an RKO right out of nowhere, breaking K's neck, killing him. Kibo is ready to use an axe if he has to. Everyone is, actually. Hiroko tries to get others to notice her. Karia is approaching Sucrose, ready to end her life. As a last resort, Seiko tosses at a Pokeball, releasing Tentacruel, who poisons Karia. And he's gone. Beat steals my soundboard. Wait, how? Well, I mean, I know how. The chance for that happening is much higher than usual. And I've had enough of these mistletoe shenanigans. It's true. It's true. I had enough from the get-go. I was like, mistletoe. Don't love that. You know what I do love? Disqualifying Rantaro. You want to make some Christmas wishes? Make them in the grave. Mai gently pets Tharja. Aiko finds some leather scraps just enough to patch together some rudimentary clothing and looks rather caveman-like. Noelle attacks Ganyu from behind and gets rid of her. Ganyu wanted to use her shotgun of a bow. But little did she know that Noelle is the Queen of Shields, and you don't mess with the Queen. Yui eats a single pancake from her stack. Kay is gone. The Yin is only looking out for himself. Ningguang hangs up her mistletoe in a tree and waits beneath it. I have mixed feelings about what has just happened there. Hanging up mistletoe, it's not Christmas. Ningguang. I mean, Ningguang's great though. Crom fires his shotgun at Boss but misses. Sucrose kisses Seiko under the mistletoe. Mew, the partner's making out. Okay, good on y'all. Mew tries to build the tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool. But they all have tanks. You don't need to build one, Mew. You don't need to build one. Neku fires a rocket at a group of enemies. Crazy Yoko Extra Large and Mukuro are caught in the explosion and are absolutely blown to bits. Midori wonders who left pancakes in the arena in the first place. It was me. Kaito artfully slices Kyutaro in two with his sword. Kaede really wants to use her flamethrower. Munakata attempts to kill Tiki, but Takamichi intervenes just in time. Takamichi had to take out Munakata to protect Tiki's life. He saved the voice. Tharja is a sheep and grazes peacefully. Kurumi and Kizakura duel it out with guns drawn, one shot's fired. Kurumi, part of Where's My Glove, falls over dead. Goodness gracious. Hajime sends out a Pokeball, out comes Eevee. They rest for the night together. Hajime and Eevee, they feel like they might belong together. Fuyiko waves his magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. Toko wonders why anyone would choose waffles over the glory that is pancakes. Masaru keeps trying to tell a joke, but it always falls flat. Ryoko is looking for an easy out. Teru tosses out a Pokeball, and out comes Dave. Dave uses Fire Blitz, scorching the Great Gozu, scorching Kokichi, scorching Fret. Goodness gracious. Sarah somehow provides optimal protection for the entire body, or finds combat gear that provides that protection. Sayaka is about sick and tired of hearing everybody say, Yuta, He's so great. He's so menacing. He's one of the greatest competitors of all time. She finds Yuta. And she suplexes him. Again. And again. And again. Until he's perished. Sayaka's not playing games. That's my tag team ride or die. Maybe she'll come out on top, or maybe not. Gonta hits Mahiru's head incredibly hard, unable to kill her. She's dazed though. Tiki, oh, the tank, oh. Walks into a very strange machine. She's a dragon with ghost powers. Chihiro finds a wizard robe. He slips it on, scattering sparkles everywhere. Hiro shoves pancake after pancake into his mouth. Kurumada won't die like the others. Daisaku is feeling a little heroic, fighting for what he believes in. Hina fires an arrow at Ningguang but misses. Razor tries to kill Sarah, but the combat gear diverts the blow. Yasuke wants to end things once and for all with Mitsurai, and Mitsurai bites the dust. Togami's not a big fan of that, so he fires an explosive round right at Yasuke. However, Tsurugi, Neku, Boss, Chrom, and Edelgard were all caught in that blast. Akane tries to kill Chihiro, but there was a rib was carried him away to safety. Azuru gestures angrily towards Monokuma with his magic wand. Munakata only has time to feel his brain hemispheres try to switch places before he topples over. Dead. I didn't even know he had a brain. Chisa and Sarah's fingers touched by accident. They both blush just a little bit. Gundam mopes around uselessly. There's a lot of orange. There's so much orange. There's only orange. Kamara just wants it to end already. Minimoto's cooking for this idea. Paimon fails to grasp the gravity of the situation, and here we have a whole bunch of orange just for y'all. I know y'all were waiting for some more orange. I know y'all love orange. I bet you're like, my favorite color. What is it? Orange. Maybe. Hiroko sneaks up on Kizukura, but Kizukura has known this entire time that Hiroko was following him. He counterattacks, and he takes out Bump. Kizukura, I'll remember that. The Raiden Shogun duels it out with Mew. Guns drawn. 2 shots are fired to Raiden Shogun and Mew both fall over dead. I guess it's a tie. Tenko attempts to kill Takamichi, but Tiki intervenes to protect him. Unfortunately, Tiki dies in the attempt. Tiki out here is always saving people. That's my dragon wife. That's my dragon wife. Love to see it. Chiaki throws a waffle at Izui like a shuriken, kills him. Nania, Chiaki, and Seiko decide to combine their stacks of pancakes to create a watchtower rather. Made of pancakes. Nania Chiaki pushes Seiko off of the tower. Long live the queen. Takes all the pancakes for herself. Maki tosses out a Pokeball. Out comes Moltres. Moltres uses Fire Blast, burning Dimitri, and Izuru alive. Goodness gracious. There's even more orange after this. Junko beams as she's shooting her shotgun. She's like, yee hee hee, and Maki, but she can't aim. Genocide Jack is looking particularly erratic today, armed with a flamethrower. Chie torches Teru Teru to a crisp. It's unfortunate that Teru Teru burnt to a crisp. Huh. Dang. Jotaro finds some rats in a cave, feeds them some fruit, more show up, and now he's got a whole mischief at his disposal. Kanan throws a waffle at Minimoto like a shuriken, but it misses. Minimoto then kills Kanan in retaliation. Fatogami tosses a live grenade at Aiko, who is instantly blown to smithereens. With a flick of her magic wand, so Sonya turns Claude into a sheep. Mana feels strong enough to handle anything. Naoto wonders if she should build a machine that makes Yakiniku, and armed with his flamethrower, Owen incinerates the entire team of 2B Me, Naoto, Chihiro. Not quite half. Not quite half. But as you see, this is a dangerous game. Some may call it the most dangerous game. As we hit a monster Claire de Lune 4. Kazuha, Nakamaru, Monica, Kori, Sato, Ranger, Shuichi, Usami, Kei, Karia, Rantaro, Ganyu, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Mukuro, Kyutaro, Munakata, Kurumi, Great Gosu, Kokichi, Fret, Yuta, Mitarai, Samugi, Neku, Boss, Chrom, Edelgard, Yasuke, Monokuma, Hiroko, Raiden, Shogun, Mew, Tiki, Izuyoi, Seiko, Dimitri, Izuru, Teru Teru, Kanan, Aiko, Naoto, Chihiro. And that leaves us with 54. We lost the answer to everything, but we found 54 competitors who were strong enough, tough enough, maybe wily enough to survive what was an onslaught of day 1. What else will happen as we go on to round 2? I don't know, but as you can see, it's anybody's game. anybody at all. Let's click next round and see what happens. Do we see more orange? Maybe we don't. Maybe everything will just be chill. Everything's not about to be chill. In fact, we see some purple, in fact. Round 2 begins as Jotaro has a nice day cooking with his rats. Yui finds a suit of medieval armor, puts it on, and gleams with a dazzling shine. Razor finds... Wait. An anomal Akaris. Aren't you extinct? Maybe not. Ryoko shakes her magic wand, but it seems to have used up the last of its magic. The star tip has grown dull and useless. Ryoko tosses it aside. So, aims his handgun in the distance. Shoka tries to kill Yui, but Yui's knight armor diverts the blow. Daisaku scans the area, looking for enemies lurking about. Noelle, with her claymore, chops the end to bits. Well, not with her claymore, with an axe, but let me tell you. She can really handle that claymore. Kyoko slices her scythe, opening a dimensional portal before she can shove Yui inside. Yui snatches the scythe and hits Kyoko in the back of the head with it and shoves her in instead. The KPA, both members, have turned their back this episode on Kyoko. They stole her Pokemon? And then they sent her to the despair dimension. That's wild. Genocide Jack looks like she's on the verge of snapping. Claude as a sheep grazes peacefully. Sucrose tries to kill Fuyiko, but the mistletoe shines and the two kiss and make up. Ningguang finds us all below her concern. Gonta attacks and kills Natsumi in front of Togami. There's nothing Togami can do. Sonia corners Sarah, Masaru, and Ryoko with the incredibly fluffy Tharja and Claude. Sonia lassos all three of them while Tharja and Claude maul them. Who knew sheep could be so dangerous? In this most dangerous game, Sonia has finally found one of those events where multiple sheep are in the same game as her. The Wrangler is dangerous. Toko is snapped. She's now frenzied. We got 2 Jacks in the game. Fat Togami bludgeons Shoka to death with his big stick. Hiro wishes he wasn't here. His wrist ring shimmers for a second and then nobody seems to remember Hiro ever even existed. Chiaki tosses out a Pokeball and out comes Articuno. Uses Ice Beam, freezing Noelle solid. Chiaki, I'll remember that. Junko wishes for So to have a shorter nose, much to... It's so short already! Much to So's surprise, Junko's wish ring seems to happily comply. He got no nose, man. His nose is gone. How could you? He needed that. Kamaru eats the waffle. Kamaru hates him. Yui sits there, judging her. Midori slices his scythe, opening a dimensional portal before Sparta-style kicking Takemichi into the despair dimension. Well, let me tell you, Takemichi's causing people plenty of despair this season. That's my guy. Ha ha ha. Mana artfully slices through Maki and Fuyiko in one fell swoop. Their entire team's out. But Peko throws several pancakes at Chisa, attracting wild beasts to maul her. Akane gestures angrily towards Chie and Mahiru with her magic wand. It seems this has switched some of their major organs to Chie, inheriting Mahiru's pancreas and vice versa. They both topple over dead. You can't just borrow somebody's pancreas. You don't. It's against the rules. Togami sits there with a blank stare. Hina tosses a live grenade at a group of enemies. Jotaro and Ningguang are caught in the explosion. They're blown to bits, and it's funny because I don't think that one's team-based. I think RNG just dictated, yeah, you and you, and it took out their entire team. Kurumada feels unstoppable with his laser gun. Hajime tosses out a Pokeball, and out comes Lucario. Lucario doesn't actually like Hajime, so he uses Aura Sphere and decimates him. How could you? Chisa's gone. Kaede tosses out a Pokeball, out comes Snorlax, who unfortunately flattens Daisaku. Tinku creeps up on Fat Togami, shoots him point blank with her shotgun. Kizakura gives Yui the various things that he's found. Paimon tries to make a wish. Her wish ring emits a rancid smoke. She throws it to the ground. She's like, gosh darn it, I'm supposed to be in a game where everyone's wishing for all these fantastic pulls. Well, let me tell you, my wish luck hasn't been great, Paimon. So you know what? That feels good to me. That feels good to me, Paimon. Tharja is a sheep, doesn't do much. Kaito uses the plant fibers around him to turn his stick into a bow. Nice! Kokichi's corpse is writhing with maggots. Sayaka can't wait to kill again. Owain looks for stuff to scrounge. Minamoto can't help but admire his own genius. Mai delivers a super kick straight to the chin of Beat, decapitating him with some sweet chin music. Upon discovery of that new power of her legs, she also super kicks Nane Chiaki. Bam! Hina, bam! Turner Boy, bop boop bop! And then Minamoto, pow! Goodness gracious! Kibo, wish he could go home. Gundam sends him home. Takamichi had the last of his energy sapped by the ominous purple fog. Mitarai is gone. Gundam tosses a pancake like a frisbee at Kibo with such speed it slices his neck, and Sucrose finds a bowling ball. Hopefully she gets a strike. We are now down to 28. Round 2. Remember when we had 96 people? I remember that. And then we had Claire de Lunes like the one we just have 4. The end. Natsumi, Sarah, Masaru, Ryoko, Shoka, Hiro, Noel, Maki, Fuyuhiko, Chisa, Chie, Mahiru, Jotaro, Ningwa, Hajime, Daisaku, Fat Togami, Beat, Nane Chiaki, Hina, Turnip Boy, Minamimoto, Takamichi, Kibo. We got 28. I'm willing. Am I willing to check everybody's statuses? I've yet to click details. It's not that bad. We got Sonya for the Royal Shepherds. We got Kyoko for Eternally Internal. We got Cutting Words completely in. We still have all of Corrupted Code as well. Concealed Blade still have Sayaka. Midori, aka Daddy, is still around, sneaking. The Wolfpack's completely in as well as Komaru for Manga Mayhem. Do not count out Manga Mayhem. They are the team to beat this season. Brute Force for the fan vote as well, completely in. Offspring of Chaos completely in as well. We have a lot of teams that are completely in for just having 28 people left out of this big game of 96. Paimon's still around for a Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical. Tharja is a sheep, but she's still here for the unhealthy obsessions. And there's a chance that she could come back as a not sheep. There's events like that. Could she hit one? I think we've only seen it hit once. Kurumada, still around as well. Akane still for well-fed athletes as we keep on scrolling. Kaede's trying to kiss from a rose on the gray again. Jack for Parsnip. Mai still around for Where's My Glove. United We Fall. Kaito trying to get his first win. Chiaki's around for Beauty Sleep. The champions are still in place. Sucrose, the apothecary. All of the KPA and still Kyoko. Do not forget Togami for hashtag spoiled. Who else? Claude for the grand scheme. We still have nobody else. That's 28. Dang. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go on. That's all 28. Are we gonna lose like another half of them? Probably. But we'll see who those half will be as we go on to the oh. Come on, Kaito. You had an opportunity, but you know, this is a crazy game, so maybe you know, it happens. Gundam throws the waffle at Razor, misses. Razor then runs away. Midori and Akane have a merciless magic wand duel. This goes on for a while until both of them explode in a splash of green. He already is a splash of green, Midori. Genocide Jack fires a rocket at Kaito, who gets absolutely blown to bits. Tharja is a sheep and boss softly. Owain invites Tenko to share pancakes with him. Tenko accepts, only to kill Owain while he's enjoying his breakfast. She's like, "You should have known, fool. I would never accept the invitation from a degenerate male." Claude is a sheep and boss softly. The Archons see great potential in Mai and grant her a Geovision. I could see that. Razor. Pixar looks neat and flying in various places. Yui asks Kizakura if he's found anything useful. Kaede can't handle the stress after losing a teammate and has become a little bit more cowardly. Peko beats Razor within an inch of his life with a single pancake, then uses another one to finish the job. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. So, finds himself face to face with Sonya, shoots her dead with his gun. Paimon trips and falls in a river. You can guess what happens to her, can't you? She didn't get fished up by some Aether. Aether's not in these games, so of course she perishes. Gonta wishes that Razor, he could see her. Whoa, what? Wait a minute. I was just nonchalantly reading that, but he wishes anyone could do this. I didn't realize that. Everyone has the wish ring. If your partner's still in, it's not over. His wish ring shimmers for a second, and then it's a miracle. Razor came back to life. Razor had one heck of a round, got attacked by Gundam. got murdered by Peko, and then Gonta was like, no, didn't count. Tenko sets down a trap, Togami snaps out of it, Sucrose shines her bowling ball, Sayaka gets caught in one of Tenko's traps, all she can do is hope to be free. Kurumada's Angie, Mana toss out a Pokeball, and out comes Zapdos, frying Togami with Thunderbolt. Kizakura and Tenko duel it out, guns drawn. 2 shots are fired, but Tenko only falls over dead. Junko wishes that Kurumada would disappear, her wish ring shimmers for a second, and Kurumada is no longer Angie. In fact, Kurumada is not even existing at all. Komaru wonders how far she can throw that pitchfork, and Toko looks around maniacally, seething. We got 19 left. We lost some, and then Razor came back, even though he's still died this round, because he did technically die this round, he just also came back this round. But it is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Akane. Daddy. Kaito. Owain. Razor. Sonya. Paimon. Togami. Tenko. Kurumada. We got 19 folks still in. We have Kyoko, who's still in the Despair Dimension. Will she be brought back? Will she find her way out? Or will one of these 19 end as the final competitor left standing? I think it's time we find out. Don't you? Let's find out together. 19 left, 9 more until your saving grace picks. We got a couple of teams still completely in, but let's see how those teams will fare. As we click to the next round, we see round 4 begins with Razor. He's unsure of what just happened, but I guess he's alive again. Sucro feeds a few pancakes to the wild beast, temporarily befriending them. Noel's gone. Yui clotheslines Sucrose with such tremendous force it decapitates her. Kyoko's still fighting for her life in the Despair Dimension. So, finds a dapper suit, puts it on, it's quite fetching. Gonta decides to put Claude out of his sheepy misery in a fit of frenzy. Toko creeps up on Chiaki, turns her inside out. Kizakura wishes for some comic books, and now he's got them. Junko wishes for some bigger ears. She's got some big old Monokuma ears now. Peko spots Kizakura in the distance, draws her bow. Arrow flies off, straight and true. Pierces Kizakura's head. Summons a shield protecting her from Jack's attack. However, Mai then causes the ground beneath Jack to cave in, and she gets buried alive. Tharja is a sheep and grazes peacefully. Gundam draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, for fun. Kaede sees Sayaka helpless in a trap and promptly stabs her repeatedly with a tree branch. Goodness gracious. How could you, Kaede? Komaru is practicing her grappling, and Mana swooshes the air with her sword. We're down to just 13 in this massive game that doesn't feel as massive anymore, does it? In fact, it almost feels like it's going by too quick, especially after this Claire de Lune 4. Sucrose, Claude, Chiaki, Kizakura, Genocide Jack, freaking Sayaka. 13 left, 3 more into your saving grace picks, and 1 soul in the Despair Dimension. What will unfold? I don't know. I don't know. But some people there are having themselves a game, but we'll check once we lose 3 more, and with all the items in play, not all the items in play, most of the items in play, I think we just gotta, get those 3 out real quick. It'll happen real quick, I promise. It'll happen when I click next round. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. You've seen it. We haven't had a day where less than 6 people have died. We're gonna lose 3 when I click next round. It's easy. It's easy. Well, those are the 3, but those are not the 3 that I expected. Toko looks for her next victim. Komaru skewers Gonta and Razor with her pitchfork. She immediately eliminates their entire team. I told you, they are not a team to be messed with this season. Yui tosses a Pokeball out, and now comes Lucario, who uses Aura Sphere, decimating Mai. Tharja is a sheep, glances away, a sad look in her eyes, so reloads his shotgun just in case. Gundam checks on his demon summoning circle. To his surprise, the demon actually comes out, decides to help him. Sweet. Kyoko avoids the trees, the dark trees rather, whose branches reach out to try and grab her. She's like, I know what those trees can do. She's probably been a victim of those trees. Gundam is up there with that demon, I'll never forget. Mana does something really cute though. Peko calls on the moment that she took the Knight's Oath, and she valiantly dons the Knight's armor again, and Junko uses a seesaw contraption to stab Mana. I just realized all of Corrupted Code still in. Not doing bad for themselves. However, we are at your final 9. I told you we're gonna lose at least 3. I told you. But once again, it's still anybody's game. Anyone can get brought back at a moment's notice. Who will those people be? I don't know, but it is indeed a Claire de Lune, and our final, potentially, Claire de Lune of the episode 4. Razor, Gonta, Mai, Mana. You need some new picks, don't you? There are a lot of teams here. If you don't need new picks, good on you. But if you do, how about we make them together? Because I need some as well. It is time for your... Saving Grace. Was that not convincing? Was that not... Okay, I'll play the real music. I'll play it. Saving Grace picks. Let's find out just who has survived this massacre so far. I'd say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Manga Mayhem has found themselves in the final 9 with Komaru. Can she get you guys a fan vote and get Manga Mayhem another victory this season? I'm not sure. But we still have 8 more competitors. One of them being Tharja. She's a sheep. But we've seen sheep win big games before, not too many times, but it could happen again today. Could she be the winning sheep? We'll have to wait and see. As we keep on keeping on, we still see Kaede, Kiss from a Rose. It was Noelle's birthday this weekend. The greatest birthday present she could give to her today would be a ticket to the tag team finale. Could she do it for Noelle? We'll have to wait and see. We won't have to wait too much longer because there are some other people waiting. Kyoko's still around in the Despair Dimension, so she's technically out. But if she finds a way out, she's back in this game like everyone else. Keep on keeping on until we see Yui. The KPA has had an interesting game. However, they could still come out on top for Yui. Cutting Words completely in, and they're not the only team completely in, and that is an amazing accomplishment to say the least. In this game especially, it's an amazing accomplishment. Peko and Toko are both in, and they are not the only team completely in. Corrupted Code, you see them down there, but first let's talk about Gundam. Offspring of Chaos has only taken out a robot, but he's got a pet demon by his side. Can that demon carry him to victory for Owen and Fischl? And then we see our final 2, Corrupted Code, Junko. So I said earlier this game that they're gonna try and become the new most dangerous team in the arena, and you know what? I think they could do it today, and that's why they are my first saving grace pick. Give me Junko for first. She started off this season as the singles champion. She's ending it as a tag team champion. Give me Gundam for second, and then give me, I can't bet against Manga Mayhem for third because they have been popping off this season. However, it's your final 9. Those final 9 are all standing tall, standing tough. The same heartbeat, the same pulse, the same determination as that of... Wait for it, what kind of, oh yes, yes. A samurai woman. It's your final 9. Let's click next round. It could all end. It could. Everyone has a tank. It could all end. I'm terrified, I'm scared, I'm spooked, and I'm seeing that Komaru's calling down Arcane Fury on Yui. The ancient scepter beams with an inner rage. Yui quivers strangely, then starts getting taller and taller and thinner until she just becomes a line and disappears. Tharja is a sheep and grazes peacefully. Kyoko fights for her life. In a fit of frenzy, Toko creeps up on Junko, turns her inside out. It's almost like Toko immediately targeted one half of the team that I picked for first, but that's okay, because So's still in, right? No, Gundam corners So with his demon, and then the demon subsequently mauls So. That is the power of the Jinx. As Peko's topping her pancake with fruit, good on you, Peko. Good on you. We still have 6 people left, but we did lose 3. This game has been a slobber knocker, and it is indeed a terrible turnabout for Yui, Junko, So. And that's 3 teams out. We still have Gundam still hanging out for Offspring of Chaos. We still have Komaru from Manga Mayhem. We still have Tharja as a sheep for Unhealthy Obsessions. We still have Peko and Toko. The both of them are still hanging around. Don't forget, we also have Kyoko fighting for her life in the Despair Dimension. If she can find a way out, she can find a way out to win. I don't know who's gonna come out on top, but I can tell you it's still Samurai Woman technically. It's not even your final 5 yet. Will we end it all right here is the real question. We have 6 people left. We have 6 people left. It could definitely end if I click next round. It could. It does not. And we see a couple of people perish. Peko corners Gundam, but Gundam's demon mauls Peko before she can kill him. What a good demon. Komaru ponders how best to use her wish ring. Toko's frenzy finally dies down. Tharja is a sheep and accidentally walks right off of a cliff while grazing. That brings us to our final 4, as Kyoko runs from the demons lurking in the despair dimension. One of them's working for Gundam. We are down to 4. It is Peko, it is Komaru, it is Toko, and it's Peko, Gundam, Toko. Who's Kaede is Kaede still around, and she's cowardly. She's hiding out. Don't forget about Komaru. She's cowardly. She's hiding out, waiting for the opportunity to strike. That makes her more susceptible to attacks and just random death, but she could come out on top by being a coward. Will she though? I don't know. It is still a terrible turnabout for her. Peko. Tharja. It is Gundam, Komaru, Toko, and a cowardly Kaede. We've seen Kaede step up and be a true champion, defend her titles, but now she's being a little cowardly. It's a little heelish behavior. I don't know who it's gonna be, but it is your final 4. And between Gundam, Komaru, Toko, and Kaede, the 4 of them are all caught in what we like to call within our final 5 a crisis. A fate. Who will it be? I don't know. If it's Komaru, you guys get another fan vote. And it would once again be thanks to Manga Mayhem because they would be having one heck of a season. I don't know who it's going to be, but we're about to go one step closer to finding out as we click next round. Shocking! And then terrible. Goodness gracious, round 8 begins. Gundam checks on his demon summoning circle and surprisingly has summoned Kyoko from the despair dimension. Kyoko back in the action, but not for long. Toko gathers ammo for her slingshot. Komaru and Kyoko joyfully incinerate each other with their flamethrowers. When the fire dies down, there's not much of them left. Goodness gracious, Kyoko's the first person to escape the despair dimension in tag team play. However, it is your final 3. And that leads us to what? She came to the demon summoning circle. That's terrifying. However, it's a terrible turnabout for her. Kyoko. Komaru. Gundam. Toko. And a cowardly Kaede. One of them will win. The rest, not so much. Not so much, in fact. Will it be Kaede who's lurking in the shadows? Will it be Toko, or will it be Gundam? I'm not entirely certain, but it is still a crisis of fate. And I think we're about to find out. Next round is gonna end. That's not a prediction. Watch me. It's a spoiler. I'm entirely wrong because nobody died. Gundam even forgot why he tried to summon a demon. Maybe he was just bored. Toko eats a waffle and Toko likes it. Gundam is furious. And you know what? Gundam is going to destroy Toko for it next round. Watch him do it. He didn't do that either. Toko polishes at Ancients after making the magic orb shine. Gundam remembers Owain sobs quietly. Let me tell you, at a moment's notice, anyone can be brought back. At a moment's notice, anybody. Oh goodness gracious, what's going on? It is round 11. Toko uses a Pokeball, out comes Roserade, who uses Petal Dance, tearing Kaede to shreds. Gundam finds a 1-up mushroom, he can give someone else another chance at life. It is a terrible turnabout. 4. Kaede. And this is so interesting that this has come up in the final 3. Gundam could bring back literally anybody. Anybody. Toko would really want to take out Gundam before he uses that item. He could bring back Owain and it would be a 2-on-1 immediately. She's got to stop him. Will she be able to stop him? I don't know. However, for all intents and purposes, right now I just have to ask you guys within our final two, who will it be? Toko? Gundam. Toko has found the cowardly Kaede, dragged her out of hiding, and tore her apart with Roserade and Petal Dance. She has had a match. She's been frenzied, but most importantly, she's trying to carry on for Peko. That team, cutting words, have found a lot of success and a lot of just close calls, but will she fall victim to Gundam? And the real question is, Gundam, what will he do? He has a 1-up mushroom. He could bring back literally anybody. Odds are it'll be Owain, but he could bring back any person. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know it will be absolutely glorious. Toko, Gundam. Gundam, Toko. Cutting words, offspring of chaos. We go on and we see, does it end? It does not end, but it is now a 2-on-1. Toko drives her tank around the arena, and it's so cool. Gundam throws his 1-up mushroom at the corpse of his tag team partner, Owain. The mushroom disappears. Owain's wounds seal up. He jumps up, thinking he was asleep. His sword hand, it rise, and the next round. Will he use it? I don't know. But Toko waves around her big stick menacingly. Owain smiles under the Christmas breeze, and the Archons see great potential in Gundam. Grant him an animo vision. We will go to the next round. And it does end. Owain challenges Toko and Gundam to an anything goes World Pancake Invitational Pancake Eating Match. Owain eats the most pancakes. I'm very excited. I'm sorry. I'm very excited about how this is ending. Eats the most pancakes. Earns entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Good on you, Owain. But that's not it. Gundam creates an air current, allowing Owain and himself to glide safely across the cliffs, and there they encounter Toko, who's been waiting for them. She says this ends right now, and she holds up her ancient scepter, one of the most dangerous items in the game. She points it at Gundam. Owain pushes Gundam to the side, holding up his own ancient scepter. Sparks and bolts fly every which way until both opponents suddenly bulge out and explode in a puff of acrid smoke, and there standing, all alone, in the pile of ashes, in the pile of smoke, is the Supreme Overlord of Ice. And after this terrible turnabout for Owain, Toko. What a ride this episode was! But let me tell you, it is with great pleasure that I am finally able to announce my guy. Your winner. My singles ride or die might have tiptoed into tag team action to claim a win instead, but hey, I'm not complaining. He came, he saw, he even brought back his partner, and his partner made the ultimate sacrifice for the team, for Fischl, for Gundam, and he did it. He took out Toko. He may have perished, but Owain took out Toko, and it allowed Gundam to be the last person standing. It allowed the offspring of chaos to be the most dangerous team in the arena. And it allowed your winner, Gundam, and the team to join the tag team bracket. You'll love to see it. If I had to say, If I had to say, I would have really loved for the one-up mushroom to bring back like Kaito or Mitarai, because you know it's the highest chance that you bring back your tag team partner. There's a chance that you bring back an underdog, and there's a slightly lower chance that you bring back anybody else. So I was really hoping for the underdog. I was hoping for one of those, but you know what? I can't really be mad at all. Like at all with Offspring of Chaos. They are one of my favorite teams, and they are, bring it up, going to be fighting for Beauty Sleep's Tag Team Championships at the end of this season. Good on them. And we had a lot of history this day. Kyoko is so far the only person to have been able to escape the Despair Dimension. Congratulations to her. But this is about the celebration for Fischl, Owain, and Gundam. Gundam taking on that victory. And that is my singles ride or die winning in tag team action. I still count that as a win. I count that as a W. That's my guy. With 6 KOs, so did Togami. Komaru had 4. Komaru had a heck of a game. So did Toko. Pekka with 3. Tenko with 3. So many people had 3, 2, and 1. You see it right there, and I will scroll down. Goodness gracious. 96 competitors. One terrifying round of action. It only lasted 14 rounds. A lot of those rounds were just Toko and Gundam thinking about taking each other out until Owain got brought back and won and earned himself entry into the World Pancake Championship match, and then some. Winning the game for his team. Didn't win the game for his team, but took out Toko and himself. It was kind of, he still won the game for the team in general, because, you know, if Gundam did that, we would have nobody winning right now, and I'd be very confused on what to do. I guess I would do what I did last time and say, well, you know what? That's a fan vote. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 very chaotic, and you know what? As we just sit back and think about this week, I was gonna say it's been 2 very chaotic episodes. That's season 7 in a nutshell, isn't it? That's season 7 in a nutshell. Boundless Chaos? This was a very fitting week. Just taking a seat and just looking back and reflecting. This was the most season 7 week it could have been. Between those 2 episodes, absolutely. But next week is season 8, the Retribution season. Which 2 episodes? I'm not gonna tell you. You'll know Thursday and Friday. That's when you'll figure it out. Funny that you thought I would tell you early. Wrong. Until next Thursday and Friday for more Hunger Games. Until this Saturday, tomorrow, for Persona 5 Royal. Monday for Fate's Birthright, and maybe Sunday something, I don't know. Next Sunday though, OC Action returns. Singles OC Action. I'm ready for it. Hope you guys are ready for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing off. Year of the Zenith, Toon Link, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalous Karish, United States Aviator taking off. Congratulations once again to the Offspring of Chaos, the most dangerous team in the arena. Stay classy. Toodaloo. Fly crew. Thanks for watching.